This is it's about to be a live Facebook ads review stream. Welcome, Freedom Clubbers. This is your masterclass for marketing Facebook ad. Well, that is marketing, isn't it? Facebook ads, website reviews, all of the things that are going to make you get conversions and make more money. Welcome, ladies and gents. I know that we have a lot to get through. I will be starting as quickly as I can. Hey, Lawrence. Hey, Rhonda. Sorry, not Randa. Hey, Rhonda. Am I even saying that right all this time? Miguel, Emily, and/or Lucas. Welcome, guys. All right, let's waste no time, because I barely get through your questions anyway, and I always apologize to everyone I miss. Oh, Jesus Christ! Oh my God! 11 comments. Whew. Okay, Benjamin Smith, Energex, ads and bottle. All right, let's go. Okay, let me just check this on my mobile phone. I have a feeling this pop-up is too big. It's certainly too big on my screen. Rhonda, are you going to be in my? We've already done my scaling class, didn't we, on Monday? So there's no scaling class tonight. I'll read your question in a second. Hold on. Energex bottle. All right. I'm just pulling this up on my mobile just to check that pop up. On my screen here, it looks very big. Okay, it's not too bad on the mobile. It's not too bad. Easter flash sale, 10% off. Enter your email address to get 10% off your order. Okay, not bad. Let's test this. Okay, here is a problem. I know you're following the course, but just so that you're aware of what happens here, okay? This is what I would call a flow breaking problem. And I'm sorry I didn't test this on your website before. I need to talk to Austin about this, because this, unfortunately, I don't know if he realizes, but when you do your apply discount this way, here's what happens. So I've clicked on your ad on Facebook. I'm like, this is cool. I get to your landing page. First of all, your pop-up is popping up too quick. I don't even have a chance to get to know you before you're sitting next to me, whispering in my ear, telling me to buy your product. Give me 15 seconds to acclimatize to your website before you start harassing me with your pop-ups, okay? So go into Klaviyo and set a timer for 15 seconds on that one. And make sure you turn off the setting in Klaviyo that says, hey, pop up after a certain amount of scroll. It needs to be time-based. 12 seconds is the minimum anyone should be waiting for. Minimum, I said, not maximum. Minimum anyone should wait for before getting a pop-up. Now, second screen. I've given you my mobile. I've given you my email address. I'm in. Now you're telling me to click this button to apply the discount, and I bet you when I click this button, it's going to take me to the home page. Unless you've been really clever. Yes, I'm back at the home page. I'm back at square one. I have just gotten extremely frustrated from you, because now I got to find the product, and it may not, depending on the store that you have, it may not be obvious. This is too much to ask of anybody. And I know to you, it might not seem like a big deal, but put yourself in their shoes. It's 1 a.m. You're bleary-eyed. You're doom scrolling Facebook, and you've seen this half cool product that you're half interested in. You've just put your email in, and it's taking you back to the homepage. What are you likely to do? Are you likely to search through and try and find the actual product again? Or, and be honest here, are you more likely just to close the tab down and continue doom scrolling? I can tell you, too many people will be doom scrolling. Too many people. Now, it might only be 20% of people who close down your website, but that's 20% of people that you shouldn't have lost yet. So when you have your pop-up, don't put the apply discount button there. Put the code in so that I can copy the code, and your button should just say close form. All right? The apply discount is stupid because of that reason. Because of that reason, it's stupid. Now I will have a chat with Austin about updating our instructions, as I really do think it's a bad thing. Now, Australia's #1 hydrogen water bottle. Yep, that's cool. All day, boost energy all day, improves skin and hair, get gut health, great. Powerful antioxidant defense for inflammation, great. Improved hydration for optimal daily function. Cool, okay. Targets free radicals for cellular protection, support metabolism. Yep, these are all the things that you said before. Good. This is looking nice. I like, and I want everyone to pay attention. I like heading, subheading, text. Beautiful. Heading, well, there's no subheading here. That's okay, and text. It makes it easier for me to digest. Heading, test. Sorry, not test. Heading, I was reading someone's comment. Heading, text. I think, though, one of the things that I asked you to do, and I can't remember if I asked you to do it or someone else to do it, was include some proof. You've given me a lot of what this thing claims to do. Now, there is scientific evidence around hydrogen water and the benefits that it can give you, but what you're not doing here is showing me any of that evidence. So what you could do here is replace maybe this one. Actually, that brain fog is pretty good. Energy's pretty good. So you're already mentioning brain fog up here, so I would go and replace this one down here. And it actually includes some studies, even some links to some studies, because they do exist. Some medical journals are out there. You could highlight the core benefits from the medical journals, and you could just have a link that says, hey, don't believe it just from us. Here's the scientific evidence. And someone who's interested in this for because of the scientific evidence, they will scroll down enough. They will read everything, and you just make it clear right in the last bit here with a couple of images in here, maybe like small images, and maybe an arrow linking to the study. Now, when you have the study, don't do a link where you click it and it changes the page. Do a link where you click it and it opens in a new window. Okay, that's a little technical thing. It'll mean that they don't lose the page when they click on the link and open up a new tab. Okay, really important. Pradeep, you missed the thing about what I said. I've mentioned it so many times in many of my streams. When you have an apply discount button from Klaviyo, it actually takes you to the home page and it stops the user flow. You should never have in my view, even what you're mentioning there, Amon, to create a direct link, don't do it. Don't even have a link. Okay, you give them the 10% off. You give them a code. If you try and apply the code, somebody may have forgotten to put that 10% in, and they check out, and they check out just fine. You don't have to help them get the 10% off. Just tell them what it is, and if they remember, great. If they don't remember, fantastic as well, because you get $10 extra in their back pocket. So, do you know what I mean? If they open in a new window, won't this be a pain on the phone? Yes, Emily. If they open in a new window, it could be a pain on the phone, but I would prefer that than losing them and not being able to go back and figure out where they saw your product. I would prefer a little bit of minor annoyance in that situation than completely changing the URL and never come back to the page. Is it ideal? No, we only do this for products that have scientific benefits so that we can show them. Okay, we don't do this for every single product. We don't make up scientific things for things that don't make sense, but for those products that do make sense, yes, put the links in. I've done it for any product that I was selling that had scientific studies behind it. All right, now you want me to check your ads? We can do that. And you know what, guys? To everybody on the call right now, I really appreciate you guys actually paying attention while we focus on another student, and I really appreciate the comments you guys are making and the questions that you're asking, because it shows me that you're learning from the other students too and applying that to your own stores, and that's the most important part of this calls, okay? Every single time that you hear me do a critique of someone's page or ads, there is probably golden nuggets in there that can apply to you too. So I thank you guys. Well done. I didn't get to where I am today by not paying attention to, because what am I trying to say here? I got to this level where I am today by being part of really early e-commerce schools 10 years ago when this first got started, learning everything I could by joining calls just like this, where I would have a coach similar to me, just spewing out golden nuggets and listening in on other people's mistakes is how you can learn from and avoid those mistakes yourself. All right, Energex. I'm just finding your ads, so just bear with me. Energex. How do you stop the apply discount button going? Well, so your question there, Michaela, how do you stop the apply discount button on the pop-up from going back to the homepage? Simple answer. You don't use one. Listen, I need to show you guys something real quick. Don't worry, I won't take too long. I won't take too long. Before I show you this thing, I need to explain some of the people who come to this call. It may be your first time here, maybe your first week in here, and you get to my call and all of a sudden I'm telling you things that aren't in the course. And I apologize for the misunderstanding. The course is designed to teach you enough to get you started and to make you money. My job in here is to optimize you and make you a lot of money, all right? So if I tell you stuff that's in the course and it's different, it's not that what I teach, what's in the course is wrong. It's just what I teach you in these classes. This is a different level. This isn't one-on-one anymore, okay? This is Homecraftology's OmniSend. Now, if you're in Klaviyo, I promise you, OmniSend for 99% of people will get you better results because OmniSend has better email servers, so you're more likely to get better open rates with OmniSend. If you want to convert over to OmniSend, you absolutely can. It's comparatively about the same price as Klaviyo. If you open up this little chat box here and chat to them once you've signed up and you say, hey, I was in Klaviyo, they will export everything from Klaviyo over to OmniSend for you. And I highly recommend it. The students who have done well, a lot of them have taken my advice and moved to OmniSend. Now, I don't have an affiliate code to give you for OmniSend, but that's how much I love this. And that's how much I recommend you guys move over to it. All right. What I'm going to show you right now changes the form. And I've had significantly better results with this form after copious amounts of testing, like disgusting amounts of testing. I'm talking like 12 months of A/B testing on this bad boy to get to where I am today. Now, how did I get, like, we got an 11.7% sign-up rate. Did you guys see that before we get into it? One sec, let me load this up. Now, some of you might be thinking, hey, Chris, why are you spending so much time on a pop-up? We should be looking at ads. We should be focusing on other stuff. Why is the pop-up important? Look at this, guys. 11.7% submit rate. Have you ever seen a higher submit rate? Well, I've seen 12%. I've seen 13%, but not over 5,600 views. That's insane. Reason why it's so important for us to get the pop-up right is because this is often the most important interaction that you have with a customer before they decide to buy from you. You're spending your you're spending your hard-earned money on Facebook ads. You're getting people to come to your website. You're paying about $1 or $2 or $3 to get people to come to your website. Now, it'll cost you $100 to get, say, 50 to 100 people to your website. $100. Of those people who come to my website, nearly 12 of them are signing up to my emails to hear from me again and get my offers and get my discounts and see my products. And that is the secret to why Homecraftology has been able to scale and stay scaled for so long. 8 years this has been running. 8 years. All because this sign-up rate to my email form is so high. Now, how do I get it so high? This is my little golden nugget for you guys. This is my form. Now, I've tested probably 50 different images in my form. This one works the best for this business. One of the reasons why it works so good is because it's a thin image. Now, I don't know if you can do this for all stores. I don't design my forms in this exact way across all of my stores, but I think I probably should. Now, this, because it's a small image on mobile and on desktop, it doesn't take up much space, and it allows me to have a lot of space here to really grab the user's attention on mobile. Congratulations, nice big letters. You've unlocked your mystery discount today. I find mystery discounts on probably 6 out of 10 websites work better. You got to test 10% off, $10 off, mystery discount. You got to test all the offers to figure out which one's going to work best for you. Now, here's the thing. A lot of what we were teaching you before was saying to just have the button, get my mystery discount on this step. And then you go to step 2 and you put your email in. Now, I do a different thing. I get the email on step 1. So I'm not getting them to click to say they're interested. I'm actually saying, hey, you want this? Put your goddamn email in and click that get mystery discount button. Now, as soon as they click that get mystery discount button, they're in my welcome series and they're getting a discount from me immediately. But what they don't realize is they see step 2 and they see your discount is just one step away. And now I ask them for first name and I ask them for phone number. Inside OmniSend, not only am I emailing people in my welcome series and my abandoned series, I've got cart abandonment, I've got checkout abandonment, and I've got browse abandonment. Not only do I email them, I text them. I text them as well. A text message has an 80% open rate and probably a 5% click rate. People, you may think you're going to annoy them when you send them a text message. They will be thankful that you're sending them the discount. So that's my trick there. Now you click get my discount now and you get this. You're all signed up. You get welcome 15. You click this button and that copies it to your mouse or whatever so that you can paste it into the checkout when you get there. The shop now button, all this does is it just closes the form. You don't need to inject this into your store with any fancy click thing or anything like that. That will just make things more complicated and make things harder for the user. Just close it. Just close the form. Close the form. You don't need to help them. They're going to get your email. If they really want this discount, they'll open up their email, which will benefit you too, because then when Google or when Apple see that they've opened your email, you get a little tick box on the server and they will serve your email to more people because they love to see people open the emails. And at the same time, if someone doesn't put the welcome 15 in, I make 15% more money. So, don't want to make it too easy for people to fleece me out of 15%. Anyway, that's what I do. Now, Energex. Let's take a look at this ad account. And hello, Sabine. Nice to see you. Okay, Energex, hydrogen water bottle. We've spent a lot of money on this, and oh man, that's not looking good. So, the click-through is okay. The cost, oh Jesus Christ, the cost per click, dude, this is not gonna work like this. Facebook is, do I use OmniSend for all my stores? 100%, 100%. Austin was adamant that we should use Klaviyo. Whoa, okay, well, that's not what he told me in our meeting a month ago. I have to go catch up with him. I'm sorry. I love you, Austin, but OmniSend gives substantially better open rates, and that's why I use it. Austin told me that he was going to change the course and use OmniSend. Interesting. I'll have a chat with him and see where we're at. You shorten the ad length. Yeah, the reason why I'm so concerned here, right? And look, Ben, you haven't done anything wrong. You've done everything we've asked. These CPMs, even if you have a good ad and you have a decent click-through, which you've got decent click-throughs here. These should be workable click-throughs, but because of your CPM, it's costing, look at this, $5, $12, $10 per click. We cannot make a profit when it's $10 per click. And I think it's because Facebook is cracking down on you using all of these things, molecular science, oxidative stress. These are all keywords that tell Facebook that you're talking nonsense to Facebook, right? Facebook doesn't want you to be telling people about amazing, unbelievable results. And it's got AI in the back end that sees stuff like this and goes, you know what? That's not trustworthy. That's clickbait. And if it thinks it's clickbait, it will It will absolutely hammer you with those in extremely high CPMs. Hold on, C5. Let's take a look at that one. C5, $10 per click. Damn. C7. I can see why that one's up. I can see why that one upsets Facebook. Biohack may be a keyword that Facebook doesn't like. I don't mind your copy. You'd be pretty good at writing copy. Oh dear. It also, like your ads are okay. It's just Facebook is just absolutely punishing you here. It could be this. It could be the fact that you've said, and Facebook is this clever, okay? Facebook is very, very clever. It will go and analyze your landing page. It could be because you've said Australia's #1 rated hydrogen water bottle. That, and look, there's nothing to say that you're not allowed to say that. It's just that that could be seen as spammy. You might just want to get rid of that. Just get rid of that headline completely. We may want to even test cloning down, not cloning, like toning down some of the claims, because if Facebook doesn't trust it, that's why you're getting those high CPMs. Give me 1 second. I just want to look at one of your competitors real quick. I'm not going to share this bit on my screen. I don't want to like out these people. So just let me do this real quick so I can see what they're doing. Okay. Ben, can you send me a message right now on the Freedom Club? I'm going to show you how you sell this thing, okay? Now, when I do share with you how to do this, I don't want you to copy the ads. I just want you to learn from them and tone down your ads, okay? And tone down your website a little bit. There's a right way of selling this and there's a wrong way, and I have a feeling we just need to, yeah, definitely. So I'm looking at the competition, and I think you're going to understand what I'm trying to say when I show you this one. So send me a message right now. I'll send you this link. I want you to look at the ads that they've got running, and I want you to look at the landing page that the ads go to, and I want you to try and figure out how you can align yourself more with how they're doing it and less with how you're doing it. Yep. What I'll do, mate, rather than that, because I'm not going to monitor my inbox after this call, I'm going to give you my WhatsApp, and I want you to message me on WhatsApp, and I'll send you this information there. This will get you on the right track. So this is my WhatsApp right here. Click on it now if you're on your phone, and just send me a message, and that way I can get back to your ASAP. All right, moving on. Sorry for going down a rabbit hole there, guys, but I'm pretty sure that will help a lot of you out. Where's the event? Okay, Rich. Can I have a look at your ad account, mainly on ad set structure? You've been told to turn ads off, introduce a couple of new creatives. I can, my friend, but I don't know what your ad account is. If you're in the call, Rich, please let me know what your ad account is called. Okay, Vinod. Relief ease update. Debating spending 1,000 on UGC or killing the product entirely. Okay, let's have a look. Ah, lift aura. Lift aura, cool. There we go. One second, Ben, I'm just messaging now. Okay. Top of funnel, lift aura. 2 purchases, $300 a purchase. All right. Where is the questions again? I need to put some tabs down. Okay. Relief. Wait. Rich. Told to turn your ads off, introduce a couple of new creatives alongside your previous top performers. You're testing them across the same audiences that performed well before. What you're trying to understand is why behind the structure ad sets. Should I be combining ad sets into one ads? Should I be combining audiences into one ad set? Individual budgets or using a campaign level budget? Well, that's really hard for me to say. Really hard for me to say exactly, because that's like saying you got a garden shed full of tools. Can I please explain why I should use the leaf blower over the broom? There's many different tools inside of Facebook ads for us to use, and it's difficult for me to paint a full picture of all the scenarios that you want to use the tools and when you want to use them. Better for me to help you understand what we're trying to achieve and how you might go about that, if that makes sense. So, by the way, who told you that your ad structure was wrong? New ads only between 17th and 18th. Let's take a look. I don't see anything wrong with the way you've done your ad structure. Yeah, which coach though? Which coach said that it was wrong? When we're in the stage that you're in, you're doing everything that I would do. You've tested this out with different ad sets pointed to different audiences, because what we're trying to achieve first, we're trying to understand, is it better when I target different audiences or go broad? And if it's better when I target audiences, which audience should I target? And once we understand that, then we can figure out how we move forward. So let's just say if we look over all of the periods of like the last 30 days. Now, we've got a purchase here, anti-aging at $44. That's promising. That's promising. What are the click-throughs in some of these? I mean, your CPMs are very high. Oh, this is going to be tricky to sell because of this. Jess said, turn them off and talk to me. Okay, fair enough. It's not that you've done anything wrong. I think Jess maybe was just struggling to understand what you were trying to do, but I can see it. I can see what you're trying to do. So cost per clicks are very high. CTR for stress, well-being, and fitness, great. CTR so that's 2 audiences that you've had with stress, well-being, and fitness that kind of did really good with the CTR. That's the first indication that something might work when you have a very good CTR. So anti-aging, you did get the purchase, but I wouldn't get too excited because the CTR was quite low. Same for broad, quite low. So broad's probably not the best targeting for this one. Physical fitness, that was pretty good. Health and wellness, really good there. And stress. So this tells me health and wellness, stress and well-being, whatever you were targeting inside of these ad sets is probably going to be what you target in the future. Okay, so now we understand all of the targeting options for these ones, they work. So now what you would do is you would make an ad set targeting all of those in one ad set. That gets you the target. Now, after you understand which audiences you want to target, we're on to the next step. Next step is, okay, which ads perform better? Okay, which ads perform better? Now you've got some new ads you want me to look at. CPMs are lower the last 2 days. Okay, yeah, not much data to look at. Well, that's a positive sign. Look at this. CPMs are great. Well done. What I would do, so what I do at this stage, this is just what I personally do, is now that I know my targeting, I put it all into the one ad set. And that ad set, I put in a bunch of ads. But rather than testing the audience now, I'm actually testing the ads themselves. So I might have 2 or 3 different ad sets where we have a different combination of ads targeting a different problem, right? So for you, your problem that you're targeting is, let's have a look at you got. Okay, you've got your light thing. In this one, you're targeting chronic tension and pain relief. Melt tension and stress. Now it's weird, hey, it's interesting that you're focusing more on the tension and stress and the CPMs are coming down. That's a really positive sign. Now that's tension and stress. So it seems like the angle that's working is tension and stress. Now we have to figure out, of the targeting you're doing, of the angle of stress and tension, what are the ads that are going to perform the best? So you've got your first set of ads, and look, one big problem that you've got here, and I just want everybody to pay attention. When you see a ad like this, where there's a carousel in your preview, you've got a problem. Okay, we never want to see this type of ad because this gives you lots of clicks, and the clicks that you get will be not good clicks. Okay, so down in your actual setup, scroll down until you see, oh, where is it now? Where is it? I can't even see it now. Ad creative. I can't even see the option to turn it off. Why does your account not have the option to turn it off? That's so annoying. Maybe it's baked into your actual post. Select a catalog. We don't want a catalog. We don't want that at all. Not for what you're doing. I can't see the option. It's usually right here. No, I don't want to optimize the buyer journey. I don't want to worry about promo codes. Comments and enhance. That's all fine too. Jesus, Facebook, are you gonna force us to do this now? All right, well, we're just gonna have to accept that. That's a shame. That's a shame. All right, in the meantime, we've been running this particular style of ad now for a couple of days. We're getting good click-throughs. We're getting much better CPMs and good cost per click. We've spent, in the last couple of days, we've spent $100 for one purchase. That's heading in the right direction. Fantastic. If you can get a purchase of this for $100, terrific. That's kind of break even. And that's a bit exciting. If we look at the actual add to carts, 4 add to carts and 2 checkouts, oh man. Yeah, Keith, it normally is in format display options, but format display options wasn't available there. So some accounts, Facebook might be trialing whether or not. So the way that Facebook rollouts work is they change a feature and they slowly roll it out to different accounts across the world. And sometimes some accounts don't even get updated for years. And it looks like there's some weird stuff going on with this account. Not to worry, Not to worry, we'll sort it out. You've had 4 add to carts and 2 checkouts. This is promising. So what I would do is I would take the keywords from stress and health and well-being, and I put them all into one ad set, let that run, and then it's time to actually go and create a new set of statics, right? This static image looks terrible for Facebook. And the reason I say that is because the text down the bottom, and I said this last time, it's too small. There's too much text at the top, and Australia's #1 red light therapy wrap, just like I mentioned to the previous student, that's a clickbaity statement, and Facebook hates clickbaity statements. So we probably want to avoid that in your ads. Now, as you scroll down your stories here, it's showing you how this looks in all the different placements. This placement here, when you're on a desktop, you see this in a very small image in the top right-hand corner of your screen on the Facebook newsfeed. And can you read that text? Because I'm wearing glasses and I can't. That's why this ad isn't great. Also, the product doesn't look like this. We might need to regenerate the image to make it look like it's the actual product. You got clicks and the rest are better? Just look, so what I do from here is this is now your baseline. We're able to get a $100 purchase. We're getting good click-through, good CPM. This is your baseline. Duplicate that out. After you've converged all of your targeting into one, duplicate it out, turn all, look, I'll show you what I do. So just imagine that we've just put in all of the targeting into this one ad set. You duplicate it. I'm not going to publish this. I'm just going to show you what I would do. We duplicate it out. So now we have version 2, and I would call this all in, or like all targeting. Call it a V1 or a V2, just so you know the difference. And I go into here and I turn all these off. I'm going to keep them there. They just help me make new ads. They just when I'm starting off a brand new ad set, I do keep my old ads if I have enough space, right? So this one here, we're going to duplicate that out. This was C5 static. We're going to call this C6 because we're going to make a new version of this. We're going to make an ad that looks kind of similar, but we're going to make it better. We're going to increase the size of the benefits and make it so that we can read the benefits, and we're going to get rid of the thing at the top there. You might not say Australia's #1 red light therapy wrap for chronic tension and pain relief. You might say something similar like customers are thrilled with the chronic tension and pain relief from our red light therapy, something like that. That's not the right way. What you can do to help get some ideas on how to cut it down, you can take that text, put it into ChatGPT or whatever AI that you use, and say, hey, AI, help me cut this down into something that's less clickbaity and more concise. Come up with a one-liner. Instead of Australia's #1, it could be I don't know, the choice product for chronic tension and pain relief, or it could just be chronic tension and pain relief. It could be that simple, and that might be enough to have Facebook love your image first. And then we're going to get a better version of this, same woman, same pose, but with an actual image that looks like the product that you're selling. Get rid of the bottom text here. The join 8,000s is too small. If you're going to put join 8,000 Australians, make the text readable. Same goes for all of your ads there. You want to, and then you turn them on, right? Turn that one on, and then publish when you're ready. But you want to duplicate each of them, make a better version of them. Make it substantially different too, so that Facebook doesn't get confused about what's what. I'm going to just discard those drafts. Rich, do you understand what you need to do? I hope you do. All right, I'm going to move on. Okay, Vinod. Relief ease, 1K loss. Since Jan, debating whether you're going to spend 1,000 on UGC or killing the product. Let's take a look at the product. You're using the same product. So let's take a look. Let's take a look at your ads. That's funny. We're doing the same product twice in a row. Now, Vinod, your landing page looks better than it's ever looked. Honestly, And I understand where you're at, where you're like, hey, if I can just share a few things actually. If I understand where you're at, where you're like, hey, was it Vinod? Is that whose store this is? Vinod, yes. I understand where you're at, where you're like, hey, should I invest the money into seeing if this works? I feel like your GIF here, the quality is terrible. There's artifacts all throughout it, and it's over bright. And when I'm spending $139 on a product, this thing's got to look good. Like the video's got to look good. The GIFs have to look good. And these GIFs and this image here, they're fuzzy as hell. I wouldn't buy from you, if I'm going to be completely honest. I wouldn't buy from you because of those reasons. Okay, let's take a look at your ads though. And we're already in relief ease. Last 30 days. Oh, you're getting closer though. $89 per unit, per sale. For $140, this thing costs what? $26 to ship, right? Are you spending $26 on this? I think I was spending $26 on this. Let me see actually. What's the website? T-Fulfill. They're all off now, Keith. Keith, sorry, fantastic. I have mentioned it probably once a week over the past few weeks. All right, 1 second, guys. Oh, it's $42 Australian for one of these bad boys. So $89 plus 49 is 130. So if you're using T-Fulfill, then $42. So you're selling this for 139. 139 minus 42. Yeah, that's how fried my brain is right now. I can't do simple maths. 139 minus 42. $97. Dude, you're profitable. You're profitable. Only $7 profitable, but damn, I'll take $7 profit over none. Okay, so I think you can make this work. Final try, new videos and other good ads. Okay, $500 spent. Cost per click is great. CPM is great. Yeah, the problem's not your ads. Your ads are looking fire. $64. Why did you turn this one off? Dude, that's profit. That's profitable. Oh man, I'm getting angry now. I'm getting upset for you. I don't understand why you turned that one off. I do think your product image could definitely do with some work. I think, and no offense, but this model here is a much more visually appealing way of showing your product. So you could take some screenshots, right? And you can use AI to take the background off and just use her as your main product image. That would probably increase your sales, I would think, potentially. Upgrade your GIFs, like hire someone on Upwork to make you better GIFs from the content that you've got. Get rid of this crap and get a better proper crisp image there, right? And then you'll probably find that your cost per purchase goes down by another $10. And if you've got the power pack here as well, and some people will buy too, dude, you're profitable. Come on. Okay. Let's move on. Okay, Amon, review your first ad campaign. Okay, for Body Forge massager. I don't know if have you invited me to this? I may not be able to look in your account. I'll just check. Body Forge, cool name. Very, very, very cool name. Oh, Body Forge, I have been invited. Here we go. Let me accept your invite. You want to refresh? Oh, it's asking too much, I'm afraid. No, here you go. All right, I've accepted. Oh, I don't need any of those bits of information. We'll have enough just looking at your account. Just give me a second, and I'm logging in. Landing page looks great. Awesome logo. I love the what do you call this? The gradient. Beautiful. Improved circulation, rapid soothing for instant comfort. Yeah, great. I mean, the only thing I could recommend is you might want to put a knee in there, just in the image, so that people know that it's not some sort of Star Wars helmet. But that's the only thing I would recommend. These look great. You got heading text, fantastic. Your GIFs are good quality, and you show it being used around the house. Great. Yeah, I like this. Really good job. Really, really good job. Now your ads manager. Okay. 150 spent. 2 add to carts and 2 checkouts. Okay, great. For a product that costs 180 bucks to have 2 people trying to check out, that could have been 1 or 2 purchases, which would have made you very happy. That could have even been break even or slightly profitable. You've only got 2 ads in here. To me, this is past the first test. The first test is, are people interested in my products? And when we look at the performance and clicks, we can see, yes, somewhat. People are like 1.5%. That's the number we want to hit.
If you have any knee issues, you need this little machine used to help with your knees to relax muscles, joint stiffness. I really like this one. It's probably one of the best knee massagers I've tried. It has 3 options. You can massage your knee. You can use an infrared light.
It's okay. The ad it's very addy.
Are your knees sore after a long day or intense workout? Let me introduce you to the knee massager. A 3-in-1.
And that's obviously a Bilal ad. Now, if we can get a sale or 2 with one of those Bilal ads, it usually means that you can go out there and you can source some better UGC content and you can make more money, usually. Now, the Bilal ad here only has a 1.23% click-through rate. It's not amazing, but it's pretty good. Now, looking back at your store here, I don't know how you got the email sign up because it didn't ask me for an email. So is your email form actually firing? I'm just going to put your store over on an incognito window. It did fire. Okay, now you do have some issues here with the form itself. Because you got the image on the left, it's a bit hard to read all the text on mobile. Do you remember on the form I was showing you earlier in the stream how I have my image on top? It really does help to have a 1-column sign up form. And then you've got get your email on the first thing. That's cool. And then you got the same issue with the welcome 10 and apply code. So I want you to fix your form up, and that will probably help you increase your checkouts and add to carts and everything. That's the first step. Now, I would recommend you get rid of this. Every time that I've had students add this to their store, it usually means decreased sales. So please remove this. I like this. That's nice. Keep that. Improve circulation for faster recovery. From what? Rapid soothing for instant comfort. From what? Reduce stiffness for everyday activities. Reduce stiffness of what? Natural recovery for long-term relief. Of what? What are we talking here? So we need to be more specific with these selling points. Now, one of the things that I do regularly, because it's so easy these days to get good ideas, grab your unique selling points, grab your URL, pop it into ChatGPT, or preferably Gemini, not ChatGPT. ChatGPT sucks. Pop it into Gemini, or Claude is another good one. And you grab your URL, You grab your selling points and you say, hey, this is my e-commerce product. I want you to help me change these USPs. That's what we call these. We call these things USPs. I want you to help me change these USPs to, this is the keyword, I'm going to type it in the chat here, to emotional triggering USPs. Okay, emotion, no, they didn't spell it right. Emotional triggering USPs. And we want to keep them brief like you've done, but we want to be more specific and more emotional because that's how we sell products. Okay, now everything here is pretty good, except I really would suggest we put a leg in this thing because without a leg, there's no context, and a lot of people will just click on this and go, "What even is this? Where do I wear this?" Trust me, me too. We're all completely oblivious idiots when we're doom scrolling at night and looking at products. You have to serve it up on a silver spoon for people to buy. And when you make it really easy for us to understand the benefit to me from buying this, then people will buy. Okay, and then you've got your reviews here. Trusted by over 5,000 Aussies. That's the one thing that so you say trusted by 5,000 Aussies, but we can see there's only 195 reviews. So what we do here usually is there's a way, and you got a 2-star review. I'd probably get rid of that. There's a way that we can put this so that it doesn't show the number of reviews, and it comes down to the configuration settings of your LAI app. Now I know we've said 5,000 Aussies, and then we've got 195 here. That can sometimes be an issue. Now there are ways that you could go and make up another 900 reviews to get you to the 1,000 reviews. So these are just some ideas that you might want to consider. If you do those things and then consider going and getting some proper UGC done on your ads here, I think you'll have a better result. Okay, so there's some very good steps or things that you can implement there to make use of that. Keith, if you ever want to use an Aussie accent, you can use 11 Labs. Yeah, you have 11 Labs is fantastic. I've used them before. It's great for generating that any accent you want for your videos. Absolutely. All right, let's move to the next one. Miguel, please review your ads for Relax Air. 4 static image ads, 1 UGC video ready to launch. How should I go about this? Up the budget on the 2 static image ads. Question, you're not sure why 2 static ads you added not being allocated spend. Should I create another ad set and stack multiple interests? If you know those interests work, then you want to stack them. But if you haven't tested them, stacking them won't help you understand which interests actually work and which ones don't. So you only stack them if you've already tested and you know they work. You have 1,000 emails from a previous store. Should you delete these from Klaviyo? Will it affect your current email marketing anyway? Yeah, look, if you're using the same Klaviyo account that you were using before, you should absolutely delete those because, for one, you're paying for them as part of your subscription. You don't need to keep paying for them. And if you're never going to email them again, you should absolutely delete them, because if you accidentally email them with a campaign and they didn't sign up for that store, and if more than a couple of them actually say, hey, this is spam, then you might get kicked out of Klaviyo. They can shut down your account if your spam rate goes too high. So absolutely delete them. Now, Relax Air. Okay. Let's have a look here. I don't know if I've got your account. What is your account name under? Can you remind me? Is there a company name that's different? Oh, Aussie Outlet. Thank you very much. I know I go through this every time. There you are. There you are. Oh, $44 a conversion. That's looking cool. What have we got overall? $67. 40 to 60 women. $50. Fantastic. Oh, man, that's looking good. Stress-free travel bag. Good ad. Good ad. Oh yeah, this is you're doing the long format. I wonder how that works for you. $44 a purchase on the long format ad. Dude. Miguel. So your question was, why is Facebook not spending on the other ones? And the answer to that is simple. Because Facebook loves this ad. Facebook thinks this is the best ad. And look, Facebook is a jealous and controlling lover. I'll say that. I'll say that's what it is, right? Jealous and controlling. They want everybody on Facebook to stay within the Facebook app for as long as possible. So if you have an ad that generally gets people looking and reading for a longer period of time, like this one, it will favor that ad and it will spend all of your money on that ad because it's got the most engagement. And I bet you this is the cheapest ad to run. I bet you. So let's look at performance and clicks. CPM, oh, $90. Okay. But your other ones are expensive too. Link clicks, 162 link clicks. $1 per link click, 8% link click. Are you kidding me? Should you add more variations of the winning? I mean, so yes, but not to this ad set. Okay, so this ad set, we've got the New Zealand trip is the winner here. If you want to test your new ads that you've created, the best way to do that is to keep this ad set running, duplicate it, and then turn off that long format ad and give the other ads a bit of room to spend in the new ad set. Okay, that's how you would test whether or not they work, because you don't want to change what's working. This ad combination is actually working and you're making money. So duplicate the ad set and test your other ads in the duplicated one so that you can kind of force Meta to spend where you want it to spend. Okay, that's what you should do. Good work. Really good work. And of course, Miguel, scale this puppy. You're making money. Scale it. Just put more money on it and go make some more money. All right, Sabine. And this will be the last one for today, guys. I'm sorry I didn't get to everybody. I've gone as fast as I could and I've given you as much as I could. Please check Aura Sense. Aura Cleanse. You want me to check your website? Okay. Okay. I'll check your website. Give me a second. It's loading very slowly. Come on, Facebook. Can you give me a hand here? It knows I'm done for the day. It knows that this is my last thing I have to do today, and it's like I'm going to slow you down. Oh bloody hell! Let me refresh. It's a fickle beast, good old Facebook. It's a fickle beast. It's your second store. You're testing audiences using 2 different ads. Oh, thanks, Miguel. Relaxair.co. All right, that helps a lot. Okay, Relax Air. Oh, for God's sake, what is going on here? Maybe we're having some internet problems. Which is crazy because I'm streaming, but for some reason it's just gone real slow. Come on. I think my browser has decided to cock it for the night. And the thing is, if I close it down, it closes the call. And because we're over the 1 hour mark, I won't be able to reopen the call. Miguel, I'll have to do your website another night. Give it a couple more seconds. I can't even load up the other ones. Let me close down some tabs. Maybe that will help. In the meantime, go check on Aura and see if I can get to that one. I can? Okay. I can at least do that. I can at least do that. Sorry, Miguel. We'll have to do a website review for you later. Okay. Campaigns. Ice Face Globes. $74 per purchase. Okay, that's promising. Performance and clicks. CPM is expensive, but it can be a little bit expensive with beauty products. Cost per click a little bit high, but not terrible. CTR is good. Within it's actually above the 1.5%, which is fantastic. Okay, looking at your ads, we got broad testing, we got online shopping, spas, beauty. So what's working the best? Skincare. Gave you the $20 purchase. It's a bit early to tell. We probably need a little bit more data before I'm happy to tell you, you know, which of these we would recommend. You've had some of these that haven't spent at all. CPMs are fairly, a little bit high. They may come down in time. The click-throughs on spas, fantastic. And online shopping, great. Great. But I mean, online shopping only had $3 spent and spas only had $1.52 spent. So that's not really, we can't get too excited about those numbers because there isn't much data to go off just yet. But 2% on your biggest spending things here with beauty and skincare, that's very promising. And Facebook's just decided to freeze up on me. I can't really go any further with my screens being frozen, so I'm going to have to end the call. Sabine, this does look promising. I wouldn't scale anything right now, but I do like these click-throughs. And I think if you could just keep going, focus on the things that I have talked about in all my streams. Focus on your landing page, focus on your pop-up. I wouldn't bother doing, oh, here we go, we've loaded it. I wouldn't bother doing any more audience testing because it's pretty obvious that skincare and beauty, like the ones that you've chosen look all pretty good. From here for you, if this was my store, I'd be combining all of those and I'd be now trying to get some different ads going because it's clear here that we've probably got something. Your click-throughs are great, your cost per clicks are great. It would seem to me that we have something cool here and it would seem that this thing might work. Yeah, next stream, I'll be happy to check out your store. Oh, they're interesting. I haven't seen these particular ones before. This would be enough for me to get it excited enough to get some UGC done. No, I wouldn't turn them off. You need more data. You need more data. And you've got to be focusing on your conversion optimization on your website too. And I would be excited enough to go and actually get proper UGC done. That's what I'd be doing. It looks like you could have something here, Sabine. And I haven't even seen this product before. Not in all of my testing have I seen this exact product. I've seen crappier versions of this, but this is a really nice big round ball that obviously is cold. Let's see if I can get to the website. I can. Oh, it's working. It's working. I like your text there. Australia's most loved face massager. That's good. It's not clickbaity. Good. Good. Great. Dude, this is fantastic. Yes, they are really cool. You freeze these, right? That's what you do? Yeah, so they are pretty cool. Good work. Good work, Sabine. Good work. Probably get some UGC done, I reckon. And just one tiny bit of feedback, your color system, the shade of pink you've chosen can be hard for a lot of people to read, especially older eyes on phones. I would choose some bolder versions of these colors for your logo and for your header and for your add to cart. Just a slight change there, and it might make all the difference to how the brand looks and feels and people can see. Ladies and gents, for everyone who I didn't get to, I apologize. I have limited time and I've done as much as I can. And I will be back on Monday for more reviews. So tune in and I will see you all in the next one. Good luck. Go get those sales.